Welcome back to Crocheted HD. I'm Jackie's Hands. So today we're doing a tutorial on making a yarn cozy. Okay, and what a yarn cozy is essentially a way of sort of binding a cake of yarn. Here's one I've made. I made this out of scrap wool and worsted weight. So it's perfect for a very, oh my, am I too close? Let's do this. Oh, I feel like it's too close. Anyway, so this is perfect for a large yarn cake. I'm trying to remember what size I used or what size cake I put in here, but it's not overly elastic, so it's not like it's going to squeeze it like it's a rubber band, but it will just kind of help keep the yarn from sort of falling in on itself and getting tangled, and it's just a nice way to keep everything together. And this one is one of the smaller ones that I've made. This is using sock yarn. This is actually, this is Premier Fruits, the sock yarn, and it doesn't have any wool in it. It's like acrylic and nylon, I think. So it does have some stretch in it, which I really like, but the only thing I didn't do well with this one is I made it too short. Now, for demonstration purposes, I will be using DK weight yarn. This is just leftover Mary Maxim Ultra Mellospun DK, which is 70% acrylic and 30% nylon. So it also is going to have some stretch, but I chose to do this one. Oh, I'll get out here. I chose to use this so that it shows up on camera. Okay, now I do have the pattern written, but this is the first time I will be making a cozy using the written pattern because it's been in my head this whole time. You start with a magic ring, and I honestly struggle with the magic ring, but here we go. Here's how I'm going to do it. We'll do chain 3. Okay, and the instructions say we are going to work 11 double crochets into the magic ring or the loop. See, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so now we have 12 double crochets. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, and round 2, we are going to work 2 double crochets in each double crochet for a total of 24 double crochets, and then we will slip stitch to join in the top of the turning chain. Okay, all right, we'll do that, and I will be right back. Right, 23 and 24. Okay, and we're going to slip stitch in the top of our turning chain there, and we're going to do chain 3. Okay, and for round 3, we are going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch and then 1 double crochet in the next, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. So it'll be 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet. And what I like to do to help me keep up with my numbers is I count by 3s. Since this is the 3rd round and it's also a multiple of 3 because that's how you're doing your increase, it just makes it easier for me to keep count. So that was 1, 2, 3. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. And I'll keep going around and I'll meet you back. 5 and 36. Okay, so if you weren't aware, every round is multiples of 12. So the first round was 12. The second one, because we doubled the stitches, is 24. Now we're on the 3rd row, and that's 36. So we're going to do our join. Okay, then our chain 3. And I will tell you that honestly, depending on the yarn that you use, the size yarn cake that you're planning to use the cozy with, you can make it bigger here. I'm just saying, this is very customizable, and it doesn't use a whole lot of yarn, which is another reason why I like this so much, because I just had some scraps at the end of a project and I was watching TV and needed to do something with my hands, so I just started doing this and it's perfect. So we are on round 4. Round 4, we are going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch and then 1 in the next 2 stitches. So it'll be 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. And again, I just simply count by 4s because it helps me. So here we go. We've got 1, 2, 1, 1. So that's 4. And 8. $12. 48. Okay, slip to join. Okay, now this is as wide as I would like to make my sample piece. When I write up the pattern officially, I will include information on how to do customizing the circumference. Ooh, big word. But for right now, this is where I'm going to stop. And this was 4 rows, starting with 12 with a magic ring and increasing 12 stitches every round. So 12, 24, 36, 48. Now I'm going to do chain 2 and we're going to do half double crochets, 1 half double crochet in each stitch around, but we're going to work in the back loop only. This is going to give us a little bit of a ridge, like a rim. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. A rim for the bottom of our yarn cozy. Okay, we're just going to work 1 all the way around for a total of 48 stitches. Okay, and that's 48. We're going to do a slip stitch on the top of our chain 2. All right, so you can see the little ridge that we have created right here. And now for row 6, we are going to chain 3. And now we are going to work front post, double crochet in our next stitch, back post, double crochet, and we're going to alternate that all the way around. Okay? And if you're not familiar with front post, back post, double crochet, for crochet it gives the look of ribbing, or it's like a 3-dimensional stitch. I personally like it for the texture, but in the yarn cozy I chose to add it because it gives a little bit of structure to the cozy. Okay, and let me see if I can get this. So in order to do a front post double crochet, you're going to do your yarn over, and you're going to go around the post of the half double crochet that you did in the previous row, and you're just going to do, you're going to complete the double crochet like normal. Okay, and for the back double crochet, or back post double crochet, you do a yarn over, you go behind the post of the half double crochet stitch and do the double crochet as normal. And you just go all the way around, alternating front and back post. Sometimes it's easier for me to do it than it is to explain what I'm doing, because I've already got the rhythm going and I can't always put these things into words. I will meet you back at the end. Okay, and if you're making the same size I did, I ended with a back post double crochet, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of our chain 3. Okay, so here's what we're looking like so far. Now for the next row, row 7, we're going to repeat row 6, and we're going to work our front post double crochets on top of our front post double crochets and the back post double crochets on top of the back post double crochets. Chain 3 and work right there, and it should be a whole lot easier to find your post stitches since they are definitely sticking out now. And you just do front post and back post all the way around. Okay, and I will meet you back up when I finish. Okay, and slip stitch into the top of our chain 3. Okay, and here's how we are looking. Woohoo! I love the feel of that. All right, row 7, right? That's where we're at? Nope, row 8. We are going to chain 3, and we're just going to work regular double crochets in the top of every stitch. So we should have 48 double crochets when we finish. Okay, Okay, and slip stitch in the top of our chain 3. Okay, now we're going to repeat rows 6 and 7, which were down here. This was the front post, back post, double crochet, alternating all the way around. We're going to do that, so that'll be 2 rows of front post double crochet, back post double crochet. Okay, all right, chain 3, these stitches might be, okay, let's try that again. Okay, as I was going to say, these stitches might be a little bit easier to work in because the first row, the first time we did the front post, back post double crochet, we were working into half double crochets, and these stitches, the regular double crochet, is a little bit taller. So anyway, just an observation. It means absolutely nothing. It doesn't give you any points. Just, and Peggy agrees. I am finishing up my second row repeat. Okay, so here we go. This brings us up to row 10. Now, here is where, if you need your cozy to be taller, which I am going to go ahead and say yes, you do, what you would do is simply repeat rows 6 through 8, where you have two rows of front post, back post double crochet, a row of double crochet, and then another row of front post, back post, or I'm sorry, another 2, not rows, rounds, another 2 rounds of front post, back post double crochet until you get the height that you want. So again, for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and skip to the last 2 rounds of instruction, which the next round is chain 2, and we're just going to do half double crochet in every stitch all the way around. Okay, and there we go. And the purpose of the half double crochet in this pattern is simply because I really like the half double crochet stitch. But I wanted to make it match too, since we did a half double crochet way down here. All right, and we are joining the top of our chain 2. All right. Here's the last round. So for this last round, we're simply going to work slip stitches all the way around. There we go. Come on. I like to use a contrast color for the slip stitch usually, but since I had enough of this yarn, I'm just going to use that. But anyway, you just do slip stitch all the way across the top, and that'll, again, I feel that it adds structure so that it's not going to like stretch way far out. and it'll be able to do its job. So I will meet you back when I finish. Okay, and we have made it all the way around. Scissors. Okay. So here we go. She looks so cute. And this is our yarn cozy. Now, this is a 50-gram skein or cake of yarn. These cozies are designed to be used with yarn that you are pulling from the center. Now, let's see here. We'll just tuck that in there like so. And there you go. Nice and cozy. Anyway, and then you would just pull the yarn from the center. I'm not going to do that because, well, it still has the label on it, and I'm not ready to use this yarn yet, but hopefully this helps you see how this will be used. And depending on the size of your project bag, you can set multiples of these like next to each other inside of your bag, and they should not, you know, tangle. So if you have to work with, I don't know if you're doing some color work or just working with more than one skein at a time and you don't want them to tangle, you can put each one, there we go. Ooh, look at that. DK weight versus fingering weight. Anyway, so this is actually the perfect height for this. And I will measure, or I'll weigh this cozy to let you know how much yarn it used, or, you know, yeah, how much yarn I used to make this size. So that's it. Is this a revolution? Could be. I love these little things. Again, they're really quick to work up. I think, yeah, in real time, this took maybe an hour. And it's perfect for TV watching. Anyway, please let me know if you decide to make one of these. I would love to see your creations. These are so cool. And I love when you can make yarny stuff with yarn for yarn. Okay, so that is the Yarn Cozy by Jackie. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like this video and share it with others who might get a kick out of using something like this. And as always, I always like to say, if you want to stick around and become a member of the GlamFam, which is what I call the subscribers to this channel, do that by clicking that subscribe button. And don't forget to rock that notification bell. Until next time, I've been Jackie's Hands.